Hi, welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin Yala. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can turn your Starbucks, your daily run that we all do to get our coffee to wake us up in the morning, our daily run, we can turn that into Bitcoin riches. And I'm going to show you how. All right. So thank you, all of you, for coming to the channel. Please hit subscribe. It helps our channel grow and helps the algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump right in. All right. So let me show you first where Bitcoin is today. And then after that, all this will make a lot more sense as to where we're going with Bitcoin and how we're going to get there. Okay. All right. So let me pull this up. Let me make that a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so Bitcoin right now is at 69,676 per one full Bitcoin. Remember, as my previous video titled, How Much Bitcoin Do You Need? You don't really need a full Bitcoin to achieve many of your goals. I'm going to show you why. So stay tuned until the end, because then you'll get the big kahuna from as to exactly where Bitcoin's going and how it's going to get there. So Bitcoin now is at 69,676. It hasn't always been that way. It's started at less than a penny, and now it has grown to this large amount. Okay, now I'm going to show you with Starbucks how you can get there, right, and reach your financial goals or come as close to it as possible with Bitcoin. So let me share with you next where Bitcoin is going from. Probably many have argued the best mind or the best spokesperson in Bitcoin. His name is Michael Saylor. Okay, so we're going to play a clip now from him, which will let me play a clip from him, which will illustrate where Bitcoin is going. All right, let's see. Okay. Here he comes. This is new software, so bear with me as I pull him up here and get him going. Here he is. All right, Michael Saylor, take it away.
In the world.
It gets me to your valuation. So you got a pretty high valuation. Walk us through it. 13 million a coin. Is that, I want to make sure I'm quoting you right. And the year 2045, walk us through why you think there's so much appreciation coming.
Yeah, we created a model which we uploaded to GitHub. It's in the open source community. It's called Bitcoin 24. You can just Google it and go grab it. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and it has macroeconomic models for the next 21 years, a Bitcoin forecast for 21 years, and then micro models for corporations and individuals and institutions and even nation states. And once you download that model, you can plug in your own assumptions about what you think is going to happen, and you can come to your own conclusions. But my assumptions are the US dollar supply is going to continue to expand about 7% a year. And that is the historic rate of expansion of dollars for the past 100 years. That's how I arrive at that. That's just how fast the money supply is expanding if you look at M2. And I think that there'll be innovation from AI. So some things like equities will probably grow a little bit faster because AI is going to have a boost to equities. I think over time, gradually, technology is going to demonetize gold and some of the other stores of value assets that were used in the 20th and the 19th century. By the 21st century, we're going to digitally transform property and transform gold into digital property, digital gold. Okay. And when you look at Bitcoin's growth over the past 15 years, you know, it's been growing more than 100% a year for the first decade or so. And for the last 4 years, it's been appreciating about 50% a year in ARR. I think it's 50% a year in ARR, and it's 50 vol, which is like 3 times the volatility of the S&P and 3 times the performance of the S&P index. Okay. Over the next 21 years, I think it will grow faster than the S&P, and it's going to grow to the point where it's about 7% of the world's assets. Right now, it's about 0.1% of the world's assets. And I think that it will gradually approach, but it will never be as big as the S&P index or equities. It won't ever be as big as real estate. But in that world where it decelerates from 50% down to 20%-ish, it will appreciate from 65 or 70,000 up to 13 million a coin in my base case. And that amounts to about a 29% ARR on average over the 21 years. And when it's half the size of the S&P, it'll still be twice as volatile, probably performing 50% better, because it's a 24/7, 365 asset. It's subject to global chaos and global capital flows, and it doesn't have all the risk factors of property or the risk factors of equity to hold it back.
Wow. Wow. $13 million. 13 million is Michael Saylor's prediction for Bitcoin in 21 years. Now, a lot of the experts in the next 10 years, excuse me, are guessing between anywhere from 1 million to, I've heard, as high as 40 million. Okay, so Michael Saylor is being conservative with his 13 million in 21 years. But hey, even if it hits a million, I'd be happy. Okay, but the estimates are between, in the next 10 years, anywhere from 1 million and up. I'll just say it that way. So let's get to how Starbucks can help you get there, seeing how Michael Saylor is predicting Bitcoin will end up at 13 million in 21 years in an average case or average case scenario. So, all right, so to do this, we're going to pull up a different website called Starbucks. And with Starbucks, I'm going to show you exactly my guilty pleasure and what can happen. So here we go. All right, here's Starbucks loading now. Give it a moment there. There it is. Okay. It's still loading a little bit with the green up top. All right, here we go. So with Starbucks, I'm going to walk you through this example and we can take a look at the numbers. Okay. So we'll act like we're going to do an order. Okay. We'll do an order just like I used to. We'll go to hot coffees. And the office building I worked at we had a Starbucks literally right next door to my office. So it used to literally, we'd leave the office without wearing a coat. If it's snowing, it didn't matter because it was literally right next door. We'd go there, grab our coffee, come back and start our day. So look at all these good coffees I'm passing. Wow. I bet most of you get some of these. Okay, my coffee of choice is, can you guess it? Can you guess it? Nope, not the latte. Caramel macchiato or macchiato. I don't know how to pronounce it, but caramel macchiato is what I used to order and they used to bring it to me. So we're going to select that. We're going to add it to an order. And then we're going to go get my next guilty pleasure. I know, it's ridiculous, right? People would say, why don't you just cook? But when you're running late to work and you have to be on time and you know you need to eat breakfast, you know how it goes, and you need to wake up and you're crabby and grouchy and all of that. You understand where I'm coming from. All right, so let's go to the food and get the next thing. I used to go to bakery, click on that, scroll down. I know a lot more good stuff. Avocado spread. Ooh, that is good. All right. Croissants. I used to get those. I used to also order the egg bites. Those are really good too. But here we go. Banana walnut. I used to get that. So that was a constant. So the macchiato and the banana walnut pecan loaf, those were constants. Okay. So we're going to add that to order. Now I have 2 items in my shopping cart. Click on that. And as you can see, checkout. Let me scroll down. Okay, it's $11.18. Okay, $11.18. That's what I would spend a day, 5 days a week. Okay, and I would do that 4 times a month. So I do it every day, basically. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stop sharing that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the good old calculator. Okay. And with the calculator, I'm going to show you how we can turn our Starbucks into Bitcoin riches. Okay. All right. Let's select the calculator. And here we go. All right. So $11.18 is what I was spending daily. Okay. Now, for some of you, that may be high. For some of you, that may be low, but we're going to continue with this. So I did this times 5, which was $55.90 a week, times 4 was $223 a month. Okay. Now, what you do is you take that and you times it by 3. That's 3 months. Okay. So 3 months goes like that. You know how fast 3 months goes by. When your kids get out of school and have summer break, then all of a sudden it's time to go back to school. You know how fast that comes. Kids are like, it's already, oh man. So it goes really, really, really fast. Okay. So if I could or would have not had my Starbucks for 3 months, here's what could have happened. I could have taken that $670.80, right? Then the next thing you do, you go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is $69,676. Okay. And okay, so remember this amount, $670.80. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to, and I want to do this because some people are visual. Okay. Some people are visual. So I want to make sure you see this. So again, 69,676 is where Bitcoin is today as of October 28th. Okay. So years from now, when you look back at this video, if you do what I'm about to tell you to do at the end, and you go back and you replay this and you say, oh, wow, Bitcoin was only $69,676. That crazy guy, Scott, I should have listened to him. Why didn't I listen to him? But you're not going to say that because you're going to follow along here. Right. All right. So that's where Bitcoin is. Now we're going to go back to the calculator. Okay. All right. Here it is. All right. $670.80. What we're going to do is we're going to divide that. Okay, we're going to divide it. Let me go back. 69,676. So divide it by 69,676 equals 0.009. Now, why that's significant is that number is very close to the 0.01 number that I did in my previous video on how much Bitcoin do you need. Okay, so I won't go too deep into that, but for speed's sake, let's continue with the math. So 0.009 times, what did Michael Saylor say? 13 million? This is how much money you will have if Bitcoin hits 13 million in 21 years. $125,156. Okay. So my 3 months of Starbucks, if I could just take that money, put it in Bitcoin, wait 21 years, look at what I'd have, according to Michael Saylor, that is $125,156. Now, again, that's a conservative figure. Okay. Many people are saying it's going to, as I said before, between 1 and 40 million in the next 10 years. So where's it going? I don't know. But what I do know is you need to Just take a little bit. Now, how do you actually get this done? Right? That's the key $1 million question. Because everyone's like, well, Scott, that's easy for you to do, or you can do it, but I can't do it. I never buy banana bread and a macchiato coffee at Starbucks, right? I can hear it now. Okay. Do you have date night? Gotcha. Right. Do you go out? Do you have drinks when you go out? Do you go to happy hours, have drinks? Okay. And there's many, many different things we all do every day that we don't really think about. We just spend money. We just spend money on this, spend money on that, and blow our money here and there. And it adds up. It really, really does. So don't get too ingrained in the weeds of it. The overall message is what I'm trying to say is that if we delay gratification, and here's how you do it. Okay. Many of you in the other video, I said, if you have Cash App, that's a good place to start with your Bitcoin. Okay. It's right there. The times that you say, you know what, I'm not going to go to Starbucks today. Try this for 3 months. If you try it just for 3 months. So when you don't go to Starbucks that day, or you say, instead of buying my caramel macchiato and my banana bread, I'll just get the macchiato, or I'll just get the banana bread, right? Take that, whatever dollar amount difference, go to your Cash App, buy Bitcoin. Okay, if you don't go to Starbucks at all that day, take that $11.18, go in the Cash App, buy Bitcoin. If you do that, and you do that over time, and you do that for 3 months, the other thing I ask you to do during that 3 months is you study Bitcoin. You learn about Bitcoin. You watch videos. You read on it. You read the book, The Bitcoin Standard. Okay, read that book. Watch videos of Michael Saylor. Watch my videos. What I do guarantee you, and this I guarantee you, if you do that for the full 3 months, what you'll find is your knowledge on Bitcoin will increase, and then your desire to put more in of money that you're wasting every day. You'll cut back on that money that you're wasting every day. So instead of you putting that $11 a day in, you might find it's $15 a day or $20 a day, right? On average. Okay. And then at the end of the 3 months, you're going to be happy with where you are. Okay. And then that will just get you so excited that you'll learn even more, you'll save even more, and it's an upward spiral. Spirals this way, an upward spiral. Okay. And you'll be very happy. So I want everyone on this channel who looks at this channel to do very, very, very well. And this is how we're all going to get there. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll have another good message and story for you next time. Until then, thank you and have a great day. Take care, everyone.